prevent you from functioning on this level. So when I tell people, just sit, don't fidget, they just, I understand what that is. The central nervous system is agitated. If you got agitation here in the emotional body, you know it exists in the central nervous system. Because the central nervous system runs through the body just like this. You have these elements that run through the body and provide feedback at various levels. So a teacher can look at someone physically and see what's going on in the central nervous system. Just by the way they carry themselves. By the way they facially display, the way that they process information. I will purposely say something on this level, means it is heard. Let's see what happens on this level. This is where I get to know the person. Put them in a situation on this level where they're exposed, like Brother said today. Let me go to the back. Let me go to the back so everybody don't see my weakness. No. Not going to happen. Deal with it right there. Then you know that people accept you for who you are. I want you to accept me for me. Through all of my failures, right? All my weaknesses. Then when you can accept that, you can accept me, then you see the real person. You ain't trying to hide nothing. These four are stepping stones. When you hear the term Jacob's ladder, you know that old Negro spiritual, when you climb Jacob's ladder, every rung leads higher and higher. Every rung leads, because you talk about going to God. So every rung, physical rung, the emotional rung, the instinctive rung, yes, the mental rung, this thing that stands between you and everything you claim that you want. You say, no, okay. 500 years in America. The wealthiest slaves on earth. Why are we where we are? Let's deal with this. Physically, why are we where we are? With half of us, more than half, not living higher than animal instinct. My concern is what I eat, where I sleep, where I urinate, where I defecate. That's what animals do. That's what animals do. The animal mother or father provides food and shelter. Humans require more than that. So the human has to know how this works. You have to teach your children how this works. That this is the key element for problem solving. I've heard Kenny speak from time to time on problem solving. She's a teacher. Right? I've discussed with Babe, working with children. He's a teacher. So that's problem solving. The teacher uses this to develop a tool that can solve problems. But if little Johnny comes to school every day, emotionally upset, and we talk about this all the time, they can't get no understanding of him. It has nothing to do with black, white, pick orange. You know, we dominate that field because of our experiences. But if you don't help the child get past this, how are they going to get that? If you don't help them get past this, or they say I got big lips, they say my hair is nappy, they say I'm darker than everybody else. So when they're talking, they're trying to hard their lips because they don't want. And they don't want to be seen because they're dark and they think black is ugly, they kind of like. And then hostile, I can fight them. I'm the bully on the schoolyard. I'm the blackest, the ugliest, and I'm the baddest. That's how we develop these mechanisms to deal with fear. What do you think the bully is? The bully is someone that has been intimidated physically. The bully has been intimidated physically. The bully says, oh, that's how you get respect. So what I'm going to do is find people that I can intimidate physically. When they see me coming, they jump. I want your money, I want all that good stuff when they see me coming. Because the bully is trying to fulfill some desire, some addiction. You don't see it? Has an aversion to being bullied, so the bully becomes the bully. You don't see the psychology there. On the emotional level, we become bullies. If I don't get my way, I'm going to have a tantrum. I'll disrupt this whole place. I'll be a 68-year-old baby. I'll get angry. I'll slam stuff around. I'll have an attitude. An emotional bully. Because I got certain needs I'm trying to accommodate, and things not going my way. So I'm going to bully you right here. If it's just tears and disruption, I'm going to do it right here. That's how we live. I know we want to jump to this, but this is how we live. The instinctive level, fear. I'm dominated by fear, so I need to put you in fear of me. So you don't fear anything else, I'll go get a gun. Oh, you didn't hear I got fire bodies? I ain't never did no time, but I got fire bodies, right? Ooh, here he comes. Because that's what I want. So I come down the street, everybody like, how you doing, man? Yeah, man. This is the community that we've developed, where fear dominates, where people bully with their emotions. This past week, last weekend, there was to be a match between the Kung Fu man and the Karate man. And let me say, one was scared, the other one was glad of it. So the one that was doing all the talking, he was sitting kind of quiet before the match. And when he heard that his opponent was showing signs of fear, that he jumped up. Man, I ain't come all the way for this, yo. I'm going to knock him out, yo. You mean this what I got to deal with? He wasn't saying nothing before the match. He's sitting just quiet. Get ready. But when he heard his opponent was showing fear, he performed. Then when the opponent heard that he was performing, the opponent started performing. I just want to knock somebody out. Well, here's the reality. This was the match. And both of y'all was going to knock each other out. But then somebody decided, oh, in a previous match, I had a concussion, so now my balance isn't too good, so we need to have a point contest. But at the last minute, you don't have the gear for a point contest. So now everything is up in the air, so now it's up in the air. It doesn't look like it's going to be a match. Everybody will fight. But that's what we do. So both people having tantrums, both grown men having tantrums. What do we do? We play games. We project. We manipulate to try to develop the situation in which we feel comfortable. That's what people do.